Today is not the worst time to invest because we don't know if the prices are going to shoot up tomorrow, especially with the strange market stuff that's been going on. If you didn't see that video, go check it out before you watch this. But this one is going to be my favorite picks considering the current market conditions. So my goal on this channel is not to feed you fish, okay? My goal is to teach you how to fish. I want you to be a better investor. I want you to know what these things mean. That's the whole reason why I'd rather post videos like the video I did yesterday as opposed to the video I did today. And you might be thinking, looking at me like, bro, you're like, how old are you? You don't know what you're talking about. But I've been doing this digital collectible investing for the last 5 years. And no, it wasn't NFTs, it wasn't blockchain, it wasn't crypto, it was digital collectibles. And just because we have the NFT tag on it doesn't make it special in any real way. I mean, yeah, there's some big differences, but it's just something I want to start saying because, guys, I know what I really do know what I'm talking about when I speak on this stuff. Don't dismiss me because of my age. Even if you want to dismiss me because of my age, you should still understand what I want to say, because if you're a smart investor, you pay attention to the young, regardless if you believe in what I have to say or not. I want to get into what collectibles you should be purchasing, what you should be staying away from, and my favorite picks. Guys, there's some really amazing prices right now. Most of these you could probably pick up cheaper in the next 6 months, but even though you could pick up a majority of these probably for a cheaper price, 10%, 20%, maybe a lot more than that. But today is not the worst time to invest because we don't know if the prices are going to shoot up tomorrow, especially with the strange market stuff that's been going on. First, I'm gonna start with what you should be staying away from. And I mentioned this in the last video. These Disney Golden Moments, these series 2, they are just way too saturated right now. 500 listings sitting at a price of $1,000 is just not, it's unrealistic. This is not a good buy. This is going to continue to drop, and it's going to take a fat nap. It's going to take a really long time before these decide to pump. In fact, it's going to be way more dumpiness for these guys. The only pick I can recommend buying that is somewhat recent is one of the lenticulars and these anime figurines from Peely. Well, the reason why I like these so much is because they have not been getting very much market attention. One of the very first anime collectibles on the Veve app, which is really big in China. It's a great alternative Ultraman investment. If you just want to get into Ultraman so you can sell it to Asia, forget about it. You might as well just buy one of these. And as far as the lenticulars goes, there's only one Disney lenticular that I can recommend buying. Goofy. Okay, Goofy has been behaving normally, but $5,000 for only. So okay, let's put this into perspective. There's only 4,444 of the Goofy secret rares. It has a secret rare tag. It's first edition, and it doesn't have an FA tag, but it's technically the first appearance of Goofy within the Veve space. Additionally, it's the very first lenticular card, which is kind of an extraordinary thing on its own. I know I made that whole video that many of you guys liked talking about why I think that the lenticulars are kind of worthless. The whole point of that video was the short term. They're way too saturated. And look, I was right. The prices have crashed over 50%. Just from the Goofy alone. So if you pick one up at this price, we could see this being worth a lot. You know, we could see this being worth quite a bit. They're just so expensive. But now let's get into the bread and butter. These are my favorite ones. First off, I have Voltron Battle Mode. Okay, this is the ultra rare first edition. Peaked at $700 and now is chilling at a low of $300. Quite a beautiful pickup price. It's recently been having this huge listings drop, which is one of those indicators we were talking about in the yesterday's video. Something that's also very clear as to why I love this collectible so much is it's the very first DreamWorks NFT. It's very, very likely that this will end up being the most expensive in terms of market cap DreamWorks NFT that ever gets released. If we get Shrek NFTs, the price of this is going to increase a lot. Like, imagine buying the secret rare Spider-Man of the DreamWorks world. It's very similar, obviously not anywhere close to the level of popularity. And honestly, if you can't afford that one, all of the Voltron collectibles at the moment have the same market trend thing going on where the listings are following the price, and they're also just good pickup prices at the moment. So if you're interested in those, definitely not a bad hold. I just recommend that ultra rare because, geez, it's a cheap grail. Everyone is also hating on the Batman versus Killer Croc, but I think the Batman versus Croc is a sleeping giant. Okay, we have it sitting at a price of $615. I could still see these dropping. I could probably see it continue to drop. It's clear that a lot of people are trying to get away from it. I really don't understand why, but It's the very first appearance of Batman in full color. Very first appearance of Killer Croc. It has the FA tag. It's a rare. It's like I had a whole 10 reasons. Like, go check out that video. I could definitely see this being worth a 5-figure collectible, which would be around a 20x gain. Now, I'm a little bit biased towards these collectibles, but of course I have to talk about the Mickey Mouses. They are doing very bad, going down ridiculously since that crash, since the market top. But if you can afford an ultra rare, if you have the money to pass around for something like this, kind of a nice pickup. I mean, you're kind of debating between this or the Goofy, and the Goofy does have less listed, but the Goofy is less monumental in terms of its historic value. Yes, it's cool in terms of its digital collectible value. It's got this large number of firsts. Mickey historically, the very first appearance of him in the real Disney World, now in digital collectible format. Now you might be thinking and asking, who's paying for these prices? These are absolutely absurd. And you got to remember that the very first series of Pokemon cards were $8 a piece, very cheap, $5. They came in $5 packs. Nowadays, going for hundreds of thousands. So if 5,000 seems like absurd, you got to remember that kind of information, Pokemon. The next collectible I want to talk about is Ghost Spider. All right, listen, I made a whole video on Ghost Spider and Spider Woman, but both wonderful pickups. We got them both sitting at wonderful prices, and yes, they are more recent, so I recommend probably waiting another month or a few weeks just to decide and really get a real feel for the price, because it's still really recent collectible, so it's kind of hard to agree to wanting to buy that. It's just more likely that other movers are going to move before this. Finally, this is like literally, I don't know why everyone is sleeping on this collectible. The biggest one on this list with the highest upside potential, and it might be a shocker, it might not be a shocker, because some people are talking about it, and that is the FA Wonder Woman, sitting at a mere $600. $600. Wonder Woman, I believe, is the biggest superhero in Russia. She's also like the biggest female superhero. Wonder Woman, she's just badass. And the reason why people don't like her, and the reason why she's dropping so much, is because of something like this Wonder Woman over here that just came out, because she's so much more prettier or whatever. But it's just such a false logic to believe that the second one is going to be worth more than the first, just because of the fact that it looks nicer. This is retro. It's fun, it's exciting, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. It is the very first edition. The second one is going to get lost in a sea of other pretty collectibles and lost in a sea of other pretty Wonder Womans. Okay, the one that's not going to get lost is the one that has that FA tag slapped right on it. This is comparable to Batman, Superman, and freaking the Spider-Man. I mean, like, it's unbelievable. Additionally, with these Gal Gadot movies that have been coming out with this amazing actress who's been playing the Wonder Woman character, we're gonna get significantly more of these movies, and meaning significantly more fan base, and finally significantly higher price. $600 is laughable. It's laughable. And I'm really considering selling off a Mickey to buy one. The Wonder Woman, biggest buy. I might just mess around and try and figure out how I'm gonna get my hands on one, because this is just too good of a price. Like, it's so cheap. It's so cheap. If you enjoyed, take care. If you didn't enjoy, don't take care. Leave. I don't want you to suffer. Okay, cry. I don't care. We're gonna have more content soon. Comment down below what you felt about these picks, and comment what you want to see from me in the future. If you like these videos or anything along the lines. And then finally, if you enjoy this content, all I ever ask is you smash a like. Don't even subscribe. I don't care. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, I wake up, then I'm going to the moon. I just dropped on my savings. How about me a spaceship? I wake up, then I'm going to the moon.